I'm gonna say a bunch of weird personal shit. It's mostly about Woodstock and just kind of about how I think old men just want to dominate. Nobody really cares. Women kind of cling on to men and they say that they love them if they think they're like a portal to resources or something. People love their children. They love some kind of passion project or like, and then like men just want to like one up each other. If I'm now that I'm not doing jujitsu anymore. Jujitsu basically shows that men just want to one up. I have this weird paranoia now because I'm getting all isolated, so I'm getting all paranoid, and I have this paranoia that my brother, with his IT skills, is like shutting down my computer because every time I start talking on here, my computer gets reset as though somebody's saying just shut up. And I know my brother does shit like that. I know that when I talk to my brother in the past, my brother, he'll start like smoking his thing when I'm talking mid sentence to basically say like shut up, you're creating anxiety. I'm mocking you. And that's what men do. Men want to one up each other or they want to cling on to some stronger man. And that's true in the Manson family, it's true in jiu-jitsu. And that's just how men are. But they're going to try to rope you and be like, no, no, I want to be your friend. But then they're just going to go like, I've surpassed you. Like when I go running at the dog park, I'm just going to ghost everybody and not talk to them. Because if some man is trying to talk to me, he just wants to one up me. It's like, that's all they want to do. Like nobody says hello anymore. They just want to say, hey, you need to pick up your dog poop. I dominate. You have to do what I say. That's all they fucking want to do. And so fuck them, fuck them. What's the point? It's kind of a cynical view, but that's really how I feel. Anyway, and I'm proved right like every time. I'm like, they're just gonna rope you, and then they're gonna try to make you feel inferior. Anyway, okay, moving on. Okay, so that's the essence of jujitsu. Okay, moving on. What else do I have to say? I have to say that like one thing I'm kind of fascinated with is I feel like every humanity, or at least American culture, they always have some kind of collective dream in their head, and I'm fascinated with how in 1971 to 70, basically 69 to 73, people had a collective dream that was kind of beautiful. There was some kind of like eerie, creepy beauty, as though like humans, they kind of had like some kind of paradise that they just couldn't reach, and then it kind of fell away and they lost it. And it's represented in this song. It's a really eerie feeling that I kind of love it. It's like a bittersweet, maybe it's inspired by like a lot of acid trips or something, but it's in a lot of different things. I feel like everybody has like similar shit in their mind and they're trying to say some similar shit, and some people kind of get to it. Like multiple artists kind of poke at it, and this song has it. Anyway, there's this really eerily beautiful but also bittersweet song that really makes my skin crawl, but it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Like anyway, get the point. There's this feeling in this song by Tim Buckley called Song of the Siren, which is like some bittersweet acid trip feeling. It's like the bittersweet sadness of just life and youth and inevitable death and stuff. I don't know how to explain it, but just it's in this song, but it's also in John Denver's song. Everybody had this kind of similar thing on their mind, or a lot of people had a similar thing on their mind. They wanted to be this guy with like the long hair. They wanted to be in some kind of Manson family, like beautiful commune yurt thing. And get the point, Sean. It's also in there's this Manson documentary where these guys are singing this song. Do you know that feeling? Do you know that sort of, there's like some kind of beautiful feeling of like fall leaves, like it's beautiful but it's dying and it's fall and there's leaves and there's nature and there's youth, and I don't know how to explain it, but just it's people really, that was kind of in the air in like the 70s. I wasn't alive in the 70s, but the early 70s, they had this feeling in a lot of the songs and shit. Now, and I feel like if I had to put my finger on part of it, it is kind of the idea that these people are young and beautiful, but they're gonna get old and die, and there's some kind of beauty to that. Is like they went rotten. Like there's some kind of beauty to like seeing like trees, and they have these colors, but the colors are there because they're bound to die or something like that. I don't know how to explain it, but that's kind of like there's some kind of bittersweetness about like beauty mixed with youth plus aging and inevitable death. That's kind of like It was in these songs, and I don't know quite how to explain it, but if you want to feel that, you can listen to John Denver, "Take Me Home, Country Road," and like I don't know how to explain it, but he's kind of crying out. He's saying like, "Take me home to the place I belong," as though like he kind of wants to go to some paradise. He wants to go to heaven. He's like, "I want to be in some more beautiful place." And so that's kind of a fascinating phenomenon too. Is it feels like if I look at this Manson family thing, there almost was, I don't know, like I kind of look at that and it does kind of seem like they were in paradise. It feels like in the late 60s, early 70s, they had their finger on something that might have been true, which is just in like modern life, industrialized, mechanical, digital life has kind of lost touch with some simpler time that could have been like much more beautiful if people didn't kill each other. Is basically like when you see this Manson family when they're on their farm and stuff and they just have babies and there was some vision that people had back then about being on like a bus and just kind of like young women having sex with young men and just kind of dancing and being free and just being like the Native Americans. We don't need your society and money and wars and stuff. There is something just kind of like beautiful about the freedom of that. And you kind of get, if I look at the Manson family, they seemed really happy. They seemed really happy. Just the women, they had their men, and the men kind of entertained, and they entertained, and that they just had kids and sex and fun and nature. It just kind of seems like people kind of had that shit on their mind, and pop culture kind of showed that too. Like there was some kind of collective dream about like you just need family, and just we're all just children. We're all just children of God or something. And if you're young and you have kids, you can just be on some hippie bus, and it could all be beautiful. You just need music and family, and that's all you need. And so, which I feel like that shit was on everybody's mind, and they're kind of like, we don't agree with society. I don't know. What am I trying to say? That's it. I don't really know. That's pretty much all I have to say. What do I have to say? Just youth is good and death is bad, and also the other thing is like this feeling in this movie. This is something I'm always kind of fascinated with. Is that there's a feeling in the air every 10 or 20 years that kind of like goes away, and that's a really weird phenomenon that I'm constantly obsessed with. Is just that like the whole like feeling in the world kind of changes, which is really weird. What am I trying to say? Just like if I talk to somebody who like my brother or somebody who was alive in the 80s, like like that feeling, that hippie like nostalgic feeling of like that feeling, I don't know how to explain it, but that feeling was like in the air in the 80s and a little bit in the 90s, and now it's not in the air anymore. Like it's kind of like not really there. Like that there was some kind of beautiful like hippie feeling. I don't want to explain it. Just this I don't want to explain it. All I can really say is like that feeling, it was there. I don't know if it was just that I was young or if like it was the influence of the baby boomers, but there was some kind of nostalgic hippie beautiful feeling that's in that song that was in Marin County in like the 80s, at least in my lifetime, or maybe it was in my head. It was in the 80s and it was in the 90s a little bit. And then in the 2000s, it kind of died. And then it got replaced by some kind of like, what am I trying to say? It got replaced by like some kind of global, like internet influencer Dua Lipa feeling. Is that the right? Duo. Uh, yeah. What am I trying to say? Just I miss the hippie stuff. I feel I'm so old now that basically I feel more akin to like these Manson family people. I miss people just kind of like hanging out, smoking pot, people on skateboards, just pretending like they know some stuff and like there's cool kids and stuff. Now they just seem kind of like crazy and stupid. And I miss back when you could just kind of bullshit and people didn't know so much shit and everything wasn't all like perfected. Things could be kind of crappy and be beautiful back then, but now everything's all like polished and algorithm perfect, just good. Like I don't explain it, but just what am I trying to say? I kind of just I hate this fucking time period. I don't fit into it, and I should be dead. And Dua Lipa. This is now, and even this song kind of like makes a mockery out of like the hippie stuff. Like it just seems so much more cleaned up and nice and happy. Can you just play the song? I just want to hear the fucking song. Nothing fucking works. Anyway, there's some. I feel like this time period is marked by this shit. There's some kind of feeling about like, come on, just be happy. Just I don't know how to explain it, but just everything's all like there's nice things. You can have multicultural fun and have like cleaned up toys and show it off on Instagram, and there's people having fun and you can have fun. I don't know how to explain it, but there's something about like this polished sort of I don't know what it is, but whatever today is, it's represented by this Dua Lipa song in my head, and I'm just like, yeah, yeah, yeah. The fucking hippie times are gone forever. These people are all old and dead, and I'm old and dead too. And but it's weird. It's weird being like really old because basically I feel more. I wasn't alive in the '60s, but if I look at the way these people act and look, I relate more to them. They seem more like my generation and people I recognize than people today. I'm like, oh, I can relate to these people, but they're basically like dead now. I don't want to get the fuck out of this room. I kind of hate. I'm getting really sensitive. The longer I haven't like been at jujitsu, and the more I'm sitting in this room, the more like sensitive I'm getting, and I hate every little sound that my dad makes. Like when I hear my dad making his like little noises in the kitchen, I want to like I want to just get the fuck out of here. I feel like I hate my dad. That's I don't know. That's something I just hate his little like his little. I know he's like listens and goes like you baby mind. I hate his like judgment. I hate his like little like I just can't. I don't want to look at him. I don't want to hear him. I want to get the fuck out of here. Anyway, I'm getting to like a really like dark, low life state of just everything's rotten in me. I don't care about anything anymore. Everything's hopeless. Everyone is dying. My dogs are fucking dead, one after another. It's like, oh yeah, that dog I care about, he's fucking dead. My dream is dead. My hope is dead. And I just fucking hate this like old man doing his little old man noises next to me, and I'm just like, I just turned into fucking him, and I just want to get the fuck away from him so I can be as little like him as possible before I'm fucking dead. I hate his fucking mocking. I hate his fucking like intellectual thing and little passive aggressive. My mom used to say that he used to do this shit. My mom would notice this. My mom would notice that like he would do this thing where he'd come around with the vacuum cleaner and he'd like vacuum when you were talking because he's basically saying like I'm here, can you give me some love and attention? I'm like fuck you, you're just a coward. And he's just gonna do some little passive aggressive like, and then he goes like I'm just here doing my intellectual bullshit, but like I fucking hate him and I want to get the fuck away from him. I want to get out of here. I hate his snooty fucking skinny, annoying, ugly, shitty asshole bullshit. He just is like some creepy fucking intellectual nobody that didn't get rich and scoffs and just is a coward and just he just he's just alone. He wants to be like next to you and alone but also superior. And it's just I just want to get the fuck away from him.